The Chicago Bears take another gut-punching L to the Green Bay Packers, and just a team that didn't show a lot of fight, a coaching staff that didn't show a lot of preparation, and an end to a season that finishes exactly how it started. We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Bears, how Bears fans talk. So make sure you get in tune with us, man. Listen, this one sucked. That's all you can say. It felt like from the word go that this team was playing very, very conservative. This is a Bears team that did not look like they were prepared yet again for what the Packers threw at you. They only scored 17 points. There were moments where the defense got gashed for sure. The running game was dominant against you. Aaron Jones absolutely cooked you, 22 carries for 5 yards per carry, dominating the entire time. But the defense still gave you enough points to where if you want to attack, if you want to go out and be aggressive on the offensive end, you do that. And I just felt like that was not the situation for the Chicago Bears today. Dan Feeney in at center. Nate Davis goes out pretty early, and so you end up with Cody Whitehair at right guard. And the offensive line fell apart in front of you. And off of that, Luke Getsy basically just said, well, we're just going to run the ball. Justin Fields throwing the football today only 16 times. And 148 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but just not enough. Just not enough. And there was one pass that I thought actually was an opportunity for you to actually get into the end zone that he just didn't make. Needed to lead Cole Kmet a little bit more down that right side. And those are the opportunities when you have an OC that's going to do what we saw here today, where you, right? Like it felt like they were just trying to get to the end of the year. It felt like they were like, okay, decisions are made. Somebody's going to be here or somebody's not going to be here, and I'm done. That's how the game plan felt today. That's how the offense felt today. Didn't see them move the ball well at all. Made a Green Bay defense that, let's be honest, is absolutely inept. Look like a team of world beaters today. And I don't have an answer for you on that, guys. Like, today is a day where it felt sickening to watch this Bears offense because not because of just the quarter. Like, there were moments where Justin Fields where I was like, okay, you got to make better plays with that. But it felt like there was no want to go out there and beat the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers approached this game, and Jordan Love approached this game like it was a rivalry game. They shouldn't be approaching this game like it's a rivalry game. Jordan Love approached this game like it was a rivalry. I got to go out here no matter what, and I got to continue the legacy of beating the Chicago Bears. And he did it. And the whole team approached it with fire. You know who showed fire today? Tyreek Stevenson. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I want Justin Fields here. I'm a Justin guy. What? Blah, blah, blah. Justin didn't show fire today. Justin didn't show enough heart today for me. Justin didn't have the offense and say, wake up, guys. We got to do better. I need to see some fire, bro. And I get it. When your offensive coordinator's putting together a game plan that to me is so conservative, my God. It's like, listen, we're not even going to try. We're going to just see if we can get out of here. So conservative. No attack. No. I mean, guys, listen. I don't even know what to say on this one, right? You've now gone into two Green Bay Packers games where DJ Moore has gotten less than 6 targets. Or 6 or less targets, I should say. That's completely unacceptable to me. That is, it's unbelievable. Luke Getsy shouldn't have a job. They should leave him there. They should leave him in Green Bay. There were too many moments to me to say that anybody should feel safe in this game. And listen, For all the good that you've seen from Matt Eberflus, there's just as much bad. For all the good that you've seen from Justin Fields, there's just as much bad. I think there's more bad with Getsy than anything in here. So I don't know what the offseason is going to be. Let's talk about that as well. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below after this loss. This was an utter gut punch from the Green Bay Packers to me. Because this was a game where it really felt like the Bears could go out there and actually make some noise. And the game plan to me felt completely different. It felt scared. The Chicago Bears looked scared to play the Green Bay Packers today. Here's now the tough part. At the end of the day, the Bears are now in a position where they have the first overall pick. I believe they also have the 9th overall pick pretty much locked in at this point. What are you going to do with both of those picks? What are you going to do to now change your team? What are you heading into the offseason doing? Let me know your evaluation. If I'm in a perfect Ryan Poles scenario right now, I start with looking at this coaching staff. Matt Eberflus is gone for me. I get it. Defense played well today. It did. 17 points. Now, it didn't play. Let me rephrase. Defense played good enough. Your defense played good enough. 17 points, you should be able to go out there and offensively get a win. You just should. But your defense played good enough. But the mindset that I see on this Bears team from the head coaching perspective is just do enough. I see it from Luke Getsy. Just do enough. We see it offensively on this team. Just do enough. And you know what happens when you just do enough? You usually don't do enough. Because somebody else is willing to go further. Somebody else is willing to work harder. Somebody else is willing to put in that little bit of extra oomph that's going to allow you to lose the game. Just do enough is not good enough for the Chicago Bears. And to me, you absolutely need to move on from the head coach in this situation, and they probably won't. The realistic scenario is Matt Eberflus is probably going to be the coach of this team. 7-10 season, things are moving in the right direction. You doubled your win total, but I look at it on the other side. You had 2 games that you could have won that put you in the playoffs. That Cleveland game, rewatching the tape on that Cleveland game, absolute joke. Yes, players have developed under you, but you know what? Players can develop under the next head coach if he has a good defensive coordinator in place. It's not like everything has to just stop developing because you've got pieces in place, right? Like you need to go out there and find somebody that actually has a will to want to win games in this city. And that's where it starts to me. If Matt Eberflus does stay, Luke Getsy can't come back in any situation. Whatever that means for the quarterback, that means for the quarterback. But if you go out and you get Caleb Williams, if you go out and you keep Justin Fields, if you go out and you draft Drake May, there's no way you pair another quarterback with Luke Getsy. Unacceptable. Unacceptable performance from Luke Getsy. After coming off one of his most dominant performances that we've seen from him over a 2-year span in that Atlanta game versus a top 10 defense, going out, scheming things open, finding plays for Justin Fields to make, doing the job the way the job needs to be done. I'm sorry. I don't care what you do at the quarterback position. I've been saying this for weeks now. He has to go. 110%. Now, in my mind, I believe that Justin Fields is a better quarterback than what we've seen, but that doesn't mean that Ryan Poles does. The decision may have been made on, the decision more than likely was made on Fields before this game, but if you feel like Justin Fields has not done enough today, probably was the nail in the coffin, even though still 11 for 16 for 148 yards. To me, that's not him not trying to throw the football. That's him dealing with pressure in his face all day and not getting an opportunity to actually put the football in the air, and literally nothing underneath for the Bears all day. Again, Getsy scheme. But if you do go a different direction, right, you've got the opportunity to. The world is Ryan Poles' oyster, and he's got every opportunity. The first pick and the 9th pick you could possibly trade back. For me, I'm probably not using that first overall pick on a quarterback. I mean, listen, look at Trevor Lawrence today. First overall quarterbacks end up busting out. We can sit here and talk about, but he made the playoffs before. He's winning games. He's in a better situation than Justin Fields is in right now. And at the end of the day, he's not a very good quarterback. And with a game on the line to get you to the playoffs, he ain't good. I'm putting it out there. He's not a good quarterback. He's not. Maybe one day he will be, but right now he's not a good quarterback. Stop it. Is he better than what we got here? 100%, but he's not a good quarterback. I would say with the first pick, I'm trading back. With the second pick, maybe I look to go get a quarterback. I don't believe that Caleb Williams is generational. The reason I brought up Trevor Lawrence is because how many guys have been labeled as generational and they haven't panned out to actually be generational? But if you are going to take a quarterback here, I think that you're in a situation now where even if you went out and you got a Jaden Daniels, even if you went out and you got a Michael Penix, even, right, like one of those guys, that quarterback would be coming into a situation where you're adding offensive linemen to an offensive line that does have two pieces on it. It's only got two pieces. But Tevin Jenkins, to me, is somebody you keep around. Darnell Wright is continuing to get better. So you got those two pieces. I think that offensively, you feel like DJ Moore's a number one wide receiver. So you're bringing in a quarterback in a situation where you've already got a number one wide receiver in place. You're going to want to add more wide receivers into that. I think that the running game works itself out if you fix the offensive line. And defensively, again, even in a game where they looked at their worst to me, that we've seen them look over 6 weeks, your defense allowed 17 points versus an offense that's been able to go out there and put up points. It tells you that you've got a defense that's moving in the right direction. And so whatever quarterback comes into this next situation, you know what he's going to be. You know what he can go out there and do. You know what's already out there for him to go out there and utilize. And I think that you just have to have the right play caller in place for that to work out. And Luke Getsy's not it. On the flip side of that, if you end up keeping Justin Fields, guess what? Luke Getsy's still not it, and you still can add all of those pieces in. You can go get a wide receiver. You can go get the running game. You can go get the offensive lineman that you need. Like there's so many things that you can continue to add to this team with Justin Fields in place, and you do have to take this defense into account. I said this over on the live stream, man. I tweeted this out as well. It's going to be a very interesting offseason, and I think it starts tomorrow. Let me know how you guys feel, man. Who do you think is fired? Who do you think sticks around? Justin Fields is going to be something we talk about all offseason because they're going to be in a position to trade him for probably, as being reported, some high draft capital here, all the way up to second-round picks for Justin Fields. So it's not like you're not getting a nice draft haul with him as well. Let me know what you guys think the Bears are going to do as we start this offseason. Here we go, Bears fans. 7-10 is how the Chicago Bears finished their season. I don't like it. I'm not happy today, and I got to go over to ESPN and break this down over on the radio as well. The last ride fell short. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear Don, what are you doing if you're Ryan Poles? Let me know in the comments below. Peace.